Hey, what's up everybody? I'm Johnny Blue. I am here with my mustache in honor of Tom Selleck. God rest his soul. I'm pretty sure he's still alive, but God rest his soul anyways. Listen, I'm here in front of my Sprinter 2006 T1N. I want to show you inside, show you a few things I'm really stoked on. Take my wetsuit off, walk up to the front of the van and get dressed right here on this rug. It's a very comfortable rug, but also I can wipe the sand off my feet before I put my shoes on. So I couldn't have a permanent bed. I did not want a permanent bed because for my priorities, I don't sleep in here every night. A few things I hate. Please do not do this. You see this? All this. I hate this stuff. You will thank me later. So come on inside, let's get it going. My number one main priority was making this an amazing surf vehicle. That may not apply to everybody, but this basically was the framework I used to determine how I wanted to do this. You can see these cabinets right here are basically just a way to hide my surfboards and make it look pretty. This is the way this works. This is a futon that I bought at IKEA for like $180. I didn't install the legs on it. Instead, I built a frame base, bolted the wooden frame to the ground, and this serves as a couch, but you can pull it out like that. You can see I keep all my bedding back there, and when that stuff is not there, it will lie flat. I love this thing for surfing. It's a little lock that goes in the trailer hitch. I put my keys in there, change up the combo, go surf. It's awesome. You see this? All this. I hate this stuff. This is tongue and groove, and I wish so badly I did not put tongue and groove walls ceiling in here. It's way too hard, way too much work, and when you have to actually like maintenance stuff, it makes it almost impossible. I have a Max Air fan here, which is great, except look, see this? So the fan had a leak around the flange, so I needed to take these off. But in order to do that, because of the tongue and groove, I had to start all the way over here, remove this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one, just to get to the fan area. And I had to do it all the way back. Look at this. I had to glue it all again. It looks ugly now. Now I have to repaint it, and it's really sad. Okay, a couple of things. You can see we got the Pray for Surf sign on the wall. What happens is every time I go on a trip and take my van out of San Diego, the surf gets really, really good. When I come home, the surf goes flat. So this is a reminder for me to pray for surf so that when I'm coming home, it's getting going, all right? You can see that on this countertop, there's nothing. No sink, no stove, there's no fridge, there is no toilet, there is no shower. None of those things were a priority to me. I do not need any of them, and in my opinion, they're just wasted money, wasted cost, wasted space. So I just put in a giant countertop with storage underneath. I will say that I really wish I had a sink, really, really bad. I often have to go into like a McDonald's bathroom or something to brush my teeth in the morning, and there's always like a homeless guy in there going to the bathroom. It's not a good setup, and I'm always really bummed that I didn't put in a sink. This is the charge controller for solar. This is my dimmer switch. Make sure you get a good dimmer switch, because I bought a dimmer switch, a cheap one off Amazon, and it short-circuited. It left the lights on the entire time my van was parked for a couple weeks when I wasn't driving it. It totally drained down my deep cycle battery to 0, which, as you know, ruins the battery, and it cost me like $200. I had to buy a new battery. So spending an extra like $10 on a better dimmer switch is definitely a good idea. I put in 4 LED lights into the ceiling, and I think they're 2.4 inches in diameter, and they only take like 3 watts, which is nothing. So I really am happy with them, and they're super easy to install. Because they're 2.4 inches, I just took a 2.5 inch door handle. It's where you like insert it into a drill, and it's like a circle that's 2.5 inches, and you drill it through a door. I just did that into the ceiling, and I'll try to show you here on this one. Okay, this was my first one, so I messed up, as you can see. But once I got it dialed, these little tabs, they just poke up this way and poke up that way. You push it up in there. Super simple. You just lift up the tab on this side, stick it up there, lift up the tab on this side, and then push it up. That's it. Up on the roof, I have basically the starter Renogy solar kit. There's 2 100-watt panels. I think there's a 30-amp charge controller I already showed you on the wall. And then I have a 100-amp-hour deep cycle battery under the passenger seat. I don't think I'm gonna put solar in on my new van. It's not worth the cost. I don't use it enough. Like I told you, I don't have electrical appliances in here. No water pump, no fridge. I don't have an inverter, so I'm not like plugging in my laptop. My van has very few of those conveniences that most of the full-time van lifers do. And for that reason, I went with solar because it was kind of like the thing to do, and I really learned my lesson. And if you watch some of my other videos where I talk about some ways to save money, that's one of my biggest recommendations on how to save money based on my experience. So I would not do solar again. I absolutely would not do the tongue and groove again. I like the look of the walls and the ceiling, but next time I'll just do shiplap. I like my board storage. You gotta store your surfboards, right? So definitely I'm gonna do the board storage again. I don't like this bed couch setup very much. It gets the job done. For me, the most important thing, aside from storing my surfboards, was being able to walk front to back. I wanted to be able to open the back doors, take my wetsuit off, walk up to the front of the van, and get dressed right here on this rug. It's a very comfortable rug. But also I could wipe the sand off my feet before I put my shoes on. So I couldn't have a permanent bed. I did not want a permanent bed because for my priorities, I don't sleep in here every night. I only sleep in here every other week. I surf almost every day. So for me, being able to walk through was one of the most important things, along with the surfboard storage, so that affected my decision. But in my new van, I will be doing it differently. So I'll share that with you in an upcoming video. And that's pretty much it, guys. Pretty straightforward, nothing super fancy, but it works really well for me. I wanted to make this video because I'm in the process of converting a new van, version 2.0, and I'm pretty stoked about it. But like I said, I'm going to be doing some things differently there, so I wanted to put this out there so you could get an idea of sort of where I came from and where I'm going with the new van. Thanks for following along. If you haven't yet, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys next time.